It's October and this is the Library Roadshow. On the show today, a preview of our signature fall events, a great new service for patrons who seem to live on their mobile devices, and a fascinating approach to visioning your career. All that and more coming up next. Welcome to the October edition of the Library Roadshow. I'm Mary Stein, and this is a production of your East Baton Rouge Parish Library System. Each season, the library complements its regular services and programs with a few signature events. This fall, we have some major standouts coming your way. On Saturday, October 8th, head on over to the main library at Goodwood for the 3rd annual Baton Rouge Mini Maker Faire. We will celebrate a day of making and discovery with fun for the whole family. And since you won't want to leave once you get there, wear comfortable shoes. Join us at the main library on Thursday, October 13th to hear author and graphic artist Jean Yang, our featured guest, for the 39th annual Author Illustrator Program. Jean is the award-winning creator of fabulous graphic novels such as Secret Coders, Animal Crackers, Boxers, Saints, Avatar: The Last Airbender, and his most recent award-winning graphic novel, American Born Chinese. As the National Ambassador for Young People's Literature, Jean has a lot to say about creating books that kids want to read. The evening program is titled Comics and Me, and it's free and open to the public. Upper elementary, middle school, and high school students are the primary audience. Then on Friday, October 14th, teachers, librarians, and fans of literature for young people are invited to come on back for a special workshop covering writing comics and comics in the classroom. This is the only event produced by your library for which a registration fee is charged, but it's a very modest fee, and through a generous gift from our very first author illustrator, the wonderful Richard Peck, we can now offer scholarships to the workshop for college students. Find out more about it at ebrpl.com. Finally, on October 29th, we invite you to join us for the Pride Cheneyville Branch Library's 8th annual Community History Festival. This year, the theme is Growing Up Country, and the festival will feature music, food, games, horseshoeing, farm animals, country crafts, and of course, cakewalks. This event takes place from 10 to 2 at the beautiful Pride Cheneyville Branch Library, located on the Pride Port Hudson Road in Pride. But if that's not your cup of tea, then drive on downtown for the 13th Annual Louisiana Book Festival, which takes place at Capitol Park and the immediate surrounding areas on the grounds of the new state capitol, the state library, the state museum, and even inside the state capitol. The festival begins at 10 and lasts till 5 and features hundreds of writers, live music, food, a young readers pavilion, teen HQ, and of course, books, books, books.
Free access to books, audio, and library resources are just a few of the benefits available to you when you get a library card. Need free access to a computer? You get that. Want free access to premium digital resources like Mango Languages and lynda.com? You get that. Need to book a meeting space? You get that. Heck, you can even check out a telescope or use a digital printer with your library card. If you live in East Baton Rouge Parish, pick up your free library card from your local branch library today. Premium access to everything the library system has to offer is waiting for you.
While patrons' use of the library's free public computers remains high, over the past several years, we've tracked a steady rise in the number of library patrons who access the digital library from digital devices such as smartphones, iPads, tablets, and laptops. And while it's great to read something on your device wherever you are, sometimes you just need a paper copy. So we wanted to offer these mobile patrons the same type of access to public printers throughout the library system as with the public PCs. The new Printer-On app makes this possible. Adam St. Pierre joins us now to explain in the digital download.
Your library is pleased to announce wireless printing is available at all 14 of our locations. So you can print documents from your laptop, tablet, or smartphone at your library now. Or you can even send them to your nearby public library from the comfort of your own home. How does it work, you ask? From any laptop, tablet, smartphone, or other magical device, head over to printeron.com. Once you're there, click on Find a Public Printing Location, head through the locations until you find your favorite branch, then upload the file or give them a web address of what you want to print and your email address. Pick it up with your email address at your local library location. Or you can download the Printeron app from the Apple App Store or the Google Play Store. For more info on wireless printing at your library, head over to the Mobile Printing Info Guide at ebrpl.com.
Thanks, Adam. This is a terrific new service. I've already heard from several business professionals and students who basically each told me that mobile printing saved their project. And with so many people utilizing the library's great digital resources on their own mobile devices inside the library as well as from remote locations, it just makes sense to offer a printing solution that works no matter where you are. A truly great service for our patrons. Let's shift gears and check in with Kayla Perkins about another great service as she reports in from beyond the stacks.
The Career Center, located inside the main library at Goodwood, is a great resource for job seekers. They've got computers, meeting spaces, books, job boards, and programming to help you find the career you'll love. Chances are, if you're looking for a new career, you'll want one that best fits your strengths. We're here at the main library at Goodwood for the free Dependable Strengths workshop hosted by the Career Center. Let's check it out.
Dependable Strengths is a process that was originated by Bernard Haldane. He discovered in the 1940s this method of helping veterans returning from World War II find out their best strengths and help them apply it to get jobs.
Mike Cragen is a certified facilitator for the Center for Dependable Strengths. Mike hosted the workshop, which was organized by the library's Career Center.
I got interested in Dependable Strengths back in the late 80s when I was looking for a job. And I found out it was a tremendously valuable process. It helped me put together my resume. It helped me get a job. It helped me develop my own strengths.
It's those lifelong personal experiences that fuel Mike's passion for the program, a passion he shared with those in attendance.
The folks in the class today, I think, have a wide variety of experience. They're over there right now discussing their strengths.
What I'm getting out the program today is extracting my strengths and making them even better. I know what I can offer a company, and I will be able to expound on those strengths and feel very confident.
Finding your perfect career or a career that fits is a long-term process. I like to call it like a puzzle. You have to collect the different puzzle pieces, and finally when you put them together, you get as close to the perfect career as you can. And what we do today is really one piece of that puzzle.
It's a puzzle worth assembling. Understanding your strengths is transformative in many areas of life, as Mike well understands.
It has helped individuals of all types, from people going into college that are trying to figure out what their major should be, to people that their business has gone out of business or their industry has changed. Dependable Strengths helps them to be able to figure out what they can do and how to transfer those skills to another area.
Your East Baton Rouge Parish Library Career Center has tons of resources and events just like this one. To find out what's coming up next, log on to their website at www.careercenterbr.com. Career Center programming travels throughout the network of library branches here in East Baton Rouge Parish. Stop by your local branch and pick up a copy of our monthly newsletter, The Source, for all the details.
Thanks, Kayla. Dependable Strengths trainer Mike Cragen will offer this free workshop again on Saturday, October 22 from noon until 5:30. Call the Career Center to register, and don't forget that they've gathered together excellent career info in 2 convenient locations, the Career Center at the main library at Goodwood and our website. Stay right there. After the break, the library's Computer and Reference Services Coordinator Andrew Tadman joins me for a chat right here on the Library Roadshow.
Thousands of individuals with disabilities live in the greater Baton Rouge area. These are loving people that need extra care and support to thrive. Families Helping Families is a nonprofit organization based in Baton Rouge that exists to support individuals with disabilities in your neighborhood. Families Helping Families serve the needs of individuals with all disabilities, regardless of age, race, or ethnic origin. Our services are free thanks to donations from people like you. Please donate today.
You're watching the October edition of the Library Roadshow, everything you need to know about your local library system. I mentioned earlier that we'll be hosting our 3rd annual Baton Rouge Mini Maker Faire in October. Joining me now is Andrew Tadman, who is tasked with organizing this monster event. Andrew, let's get right to it. What is a Maker Faire?
Well, it's a celebration of creativity, of invention, and it can be everything from high-tech, like robotics, just to arts and crafts, more traditional things, but it's making something.
And so, what's going on at this year's fair?
Well, we're very excited. We have a very special guest this year. So if anybody's familiar with the show Mythbusters,
I am.
we have Jamie Heineman,
I
the
love
slightly
him.
grumpy looking one.
Yes.
But he will be here giving a presentation as well as doing a Q&A after that.
That'll be so cool, because the people who like Mythbusters are people who are automatically interested in what makes things work.
Yeah, absolutely, the tinkerers. And so we should have around 60 booths this year.
What kind of things are going to be in these booths?
Okay, well, we've got things like puppets, robotics, Kenilworth and St. Joseph's Academy will be here, showing off school projects. The Knock Knock Museum, Children's Museum, will be taking over the children's room.
They were a huge hit last year.
Yeah, it's amazing the things that they do in there.
Look, we had to, the parents didn't want to leave, let alone the kids. It was awesome.
Yeah, and some other things we've got going, there's going to be the laptop orchestra will be performing in the plaza.
That. That'll be wonderful.
So that'll be really interesting.
So, so these 60 booths, these presenters are coming. They're going to make things. They're going to show you how they made things. Some will use high-tech devices, everything from 3D printers to robotics, as you said, and even one of our new things. You've brought something out of cardboard.
Yep. So let me show you this. So we'll be teaching some workshops during the day as well. And the one I'm most excited about is making these Google Cardboard glasses. So you'll be able to sign up to make these and actually take it home.
That's so cool.
You just slide your cell phone in and you can run 3D apps.
That is wonderful to me. And I know you're also doing soldering this year.
Yep, we'll be teaching soldering and Arduino as well.
Oh, well, I know that those things were so successful last year, you had to expand and open up, and we've even made the Maker Faire a little bit longer than in previous years. So Saturday, October 8th, it starts at 10 and ends at?
Yeah, it goes till 6, so we can fit more classes in and just more fun.
Now, last year, people just seemed to come. They came before 10, actually, and they hung around all day. So I'm telling people to really wear comfortable shoes. But you're going to have food trucks here. We're going to use the entire library, the plaza, and even the Breck facility next door will be in use.
Yeah, we'll be spreading it all out, and there'll be lots and lots to do. So the beauty of all these booths is they're all going to be offering some kind of interactive component. So you're not just walking and looking at things, you will actually be hands-on.
Right, and to me that's the engaging part, and that's that discovery angle that you were mentioning. So who should come?
Really, anybody, everybody. It's all ages. There's going to be something for all ages.
Right, even our millennials, they're a tough audience, but they have come and hung around for hours and hours the previous 2 times. How do people sign up?
Okay, so the event, of course, is at the library, so it's free, but you can sign up through makerfairbatonrouge.com.
Okay.
And as a bonus for signing up, I'll show you this here. This is a 3D printer donated to us by Acadian Robotics. So we'll be doing a raffle. One lucky person will be drawn to win this printer and be able to bring it home.
That's really cool. It's a new design for 3D printers. It's a little different from the ones we've used in previous years. And there's our mascot, Sprocket, made on the library's 3D printer.
Yeah, and those who register, they'll also be entered to win. Electronics Arts have given us some video game prize packs, so that'll be up there as well.
Pretty sweet. So where do people find out more?
Makerfairbatonrouge.com.
So simple, and of course mentioned on the library's website as well. I'm really looking forward to October 8th. It's just going to be a jam-packed day, and I've already got my tennis shoes ready. After this break, local author Ashley Michelle plus book reviews from one of our younger patrons. All that and more coming up next on the Library Roadshow.
Ballerina.
Sometimes all it takes to be a dad is remembering how to be a kid again. Take time to be a dad today.
Welcome back to the October edition of the Library Roadshow. Authors come from all walks of life and bring their own experiences and context to their writing. And while people often mistakenly think that librarians read all day, we don't. They may be unaware that many librarians moonlight as writers. Joining me now is local author and reference librarian Ashley Michelle, who works with Library Information Service on the City Key by day, but writes paranormal mysteries by night, a totally different direction from answering questions at the reference desk. Ashley, tell us a little bit about yourself and your background.
My background is I'm a librarian by day and author by night, and the book that I have self-published so far is called Fugue. And it is about a young woman who wakes up one morning and discovers that she is in a location she doesn't recognize. There is a small child with her that she does not recognize, and she realizes that she has lost 5 years of her life, and she recalls absolutely nothing from the time she last recalled 5 years previous to the present time. And that she has come to realize that she seems to be being pursued by some entity or some group of persons. She doesn't know why, but they seem to be after the boy who she comes to realize is her son. And the child has extrasensory abilities, certain psychic abilities, and she has to remember what has happened in these 5 years, how she came about having this child, why he's so special, and why anybody wants him.
What do you love most about writing?
The process of writing is tedious for me, so I discovered that my cellular phone can actually act as a speech-to-text converter. Quite often I find myself stuck in traffic in the middle of, in the morning, and that's usually when all the great ideas come to me, when I'm not anywhere near a keyboard. So I open a memo on my phone, and I use the microphone and just start dictating the story. And I find that I tell a story a little bit better than I type it. So once I've told the story, I will drop it into a Word document and clean it up, and, that becomes my rough draft. What I love most about writing is the ability to form an entire universe that happens in your head that no one's ever heard of. In some cases, it's almost like seeing a movie play out in your mind, for lack of a better way of describing it. And in some cases, there's even, soundtrack and, dialogue that happens entirely in my mind that doesn't quite come out in the writing. But what I love about writing is to be able to create this world where you have control over it.
What are you working on next?
I had an idea for a Civil War novel, fiction that takes place from the point of view of the Confederacy, in which a young girl, farm girl, disguises herself as a man and joins the Army. I got this idea after watching a History Channel special on the fact that on both sides, women did this. Some are actually memorialized. It didn't always turn out well for all of them, obviously, but this particular character in the story has a personal reason for wanting to do this, and I just kind of did a lot of research on the Civil War and the kind of weaponry they were using and what she would have seen on the battlefield and, you know, the conditions and the dates. And it was a lot of fun to research.
Thanks, Ashley. When you have a full-time job and a family, finding the time to write on a regular basis requires tremendous discipline. I want to know how you do it. Now, we checked in with some local kids to find out what they're reading.
My name is Gab, and I'm 4. My favorite book name is Pete the Cat. He has a skateboard, he has some white shoes, even he has a guitar. He has a shirt, and it's yellow with 4 buttons.
Why is a cat wearing a shirt with buttons?
He wears a yellow shirt.
Yes, that makes sense. Who brings you to the library, Garrett?
My mommy.
Hello, Mom. And why do you like coming to the library?
Has a lot of cool books.
Thanks, Gavin. I love hearing about what's hot on the juvenile reading shelf. Stay right there. You're watching the Library Roadshow.
My name is Melissa Easton, and I'm head of the Special Collections Department of the East Baton Rouge Parish Library, located on the 2nd floor of the main library at Goodwood, where Baton Rouge history comes alive. Today we are reviewing an 1874 voter registration book from East Baton Rouge Parish. Recorded by hand from August 31st to October 6th of that same year, each entry lists the date, the registrant's name, parish of residence, occupation, their age, their ward of residence, how long they lived in the state and in East Baton Rouge Parish, and where they were born. If a registrant was born in a foreign country, the date and location of their naturalization are also included. There are clues in each entry that allow us to get an idea of literacy levels in the parish at this time. Each person registering to vote was required to take an oath and give a signature of election. If a person could not write, instead of signing their entry, the registrar would write their name and a person would put an X over their name indicating that he was indeed present. There are nearly 4,000 entries of men who lived in the 12 wards of East Baton Rouge Parish in 1874. In the more rural wards, such as the 7th Ward, which was located in the southeastern corner of the parish, most residents are farmers or laborers. In the 1st Ward, the city center, there is a diversity of employment. The sheriff, the butcher, bakers, farriers, merchants, shopkeepers all had residences in the 1st Ward. It's a very interesting snapshot of life in East Baton Rouge Parish at the end of the Reconstruction era. This resource is available in multiple formats. The original has been microfilmed, and a full transcription is available online at the Baton Rouge Room Info Guide at www.ebrpl.com. See this and many other artifacts of historical significance in the Baton Rouge Room Archive, located inside the Special Collections Department in the main library at Goodwood, where Baton Rouge history comes alive.
You're watching the October edition of the Library Roadshow, a production of your East Baton Rouge Parish Library System. During an election year, it's especially interesting to see how the democratic process has played out in Baton Rouge for the past century. And in a time of transition, it's really helpful to look back and see where we've come from to help us plan where we're going to go from here. The genealogy and archive info guides can help you get started, and the staff of the Baton Rouge Room can help you get a handle on your own history. It's all available at the main library on Goodwood, and it's free with your East Baton Rouge Parish Library card.
It's October, and to usher in a simply spooktacular October, I have read some chillers, thrillers, and drama-filled teary-eyers. This month's selections will slice and dice and maybe even leave you stranded on the wintry ice. In Dan Brown's latest Robert Langdon feature entitled Inferno, we find our hero, Harvard University professor Robert Langdon, waking up in a hospital with a head wound and no memory of the last few days. The last thought he can conjure up is of walking on campus, but he quickly realizes he is actually in Florence, Italy, halfway across the globe. Sienna Brooks, an attending physician, tells him he suffered a concussion from being grazed by a bullet and had stumbled into the emergency room. Suddenly, Vayenta, a female assassin who had been following Langdon, breaks into the hospital, shoots the lead physician, and approaches Langdon's room. Sienna grabs Robert and they flee, and off begins a tale that sweeps several countries, 2 continents, and leaves death and misery in their wake. Tom Hanks will be playing Langdon at a film theater near you in October. Next up on our list of reads is A Monster Calls by Patrick Ness with Saban Dowd. The story opens with 13-year-old Connor O'Malley waking from the same nightmare he has been experiencing for the past few months. At 7 minutes after midnight, a voice calls to him from outside his bedroom window. Walking towards the voice, Connor meets the monster, a towering mass of branches and leaves in human form. The monster insists that Connor summoned it and that he will help Connor by telling him 3 stories. In exchange, Connor must tell his own story afterward. The monster comes back and tells Connor several different stories, but with each encounter, the monster has escalating consequences. While the first story really has no impact on Connor's life, the second story leads to being blamed for the monster vandalizing his mother's living room, and the third leads to Connor physically assaulting Harry, the school bully. Of course, this assault happens after a brief possession by the monster. This book has been adapted into film, starring the infamous Liam Neeson, Felicity Jones, and Sigourney Weaver. If you're looking for spookier tales, feel free to stop by the East Baton Rouge Parish Library. I assure you there is something for everyone, and that's how the page turns.
Thanks, Tamika. I'm spending my free reading time with design books and magazines from the library's large print and online collection. Since, like so many other Baton Rougeans, I now have an opportunity to redesign my kitchen and bath. And library patrons who are ready to rebuild or renovate after the flood can also check out our new Home Improvement Reference Center database. This new resource includes print, photographs, and even video to help you get started on your project. A great help for do-it-yourselfers with step-by-step instructions for plumbing, woodworking, remodeling, decorating, even electrical work. And now for today's contest. Visit the library's Facebook page at facebook.com/ebrpl. Guess what book we'll be announcing at the Book Festival as our 2017 One Book, One Community title. Here's your hint. Our booth will feature a riverboat captain and gummy worms. That's facebook.com/ebrpl. And while you're there, enjoy. We are not your grandfather's library anymore. What's coming up on the Library Roadshow next month? A fresh new look for the library's online catalog. This means easier searches and better and faster access to the library's collection.
Tune in next month and I'll bring you highlights from the Baton Rouge Mini Baker Fair.
Coming next month, I'll share another digital resource with you.
And I'll be recovering from the book festival and getting ready for Attic Treasures.
Thanks so much for joining us on the Library Roadshow. And remember, your East Baton Rouge Parish Library is open 7 days a week at each one of our branches, plus 24/7 on the web. Check us out at ebrpl.com.
And that's how we roll.